Hello, Nintendo 14 here, playthrough 1, Donkey Kong 64, finale, part 1, or part 49, what you want to go by. In the last part, we got all the gold bananas, all 200, actually, and this part, we're in the Hideout Helm. We gotta set things right. We got a timer in the bottom. That timer changes depending on how many blueprints you collected, so that means for every blueprint that you collect, that actually goes towards... Or that goes towards this counter, so that means just 1 minute every blueprint. So very, very important that you get as many blueprints as you can before going in this area, because that timer runs out, then you get the game over screen as usual. So that means, you know, the timer runs down, Blast-O-Matic is gonna fire within that time when that timer runs out, and just all hell's gonna break loose for the Kongs, and they won't have a place to live anymore. So now we must have all 3 Kongs combine their forces in an effort to stop this Blast-O-Matic, and that's all to it. So we have to make use of Kongs that you did with Lanky and Tiny, or Lanky and Chunky, and now Tiny Kong's up. I like to take out those enemies because I really don't like battling enemies in when I'm tiny. It just doesn't feel right. I mean, I feel like I'm outmatched in something that I don't know is going to happen when I'm tiny. So luckily for us, this is the only case where it's like this, except for any other specific missions. But one that I know very well is that crystal coconuts are infinite, so no worries about that. But now Donkey Kong is up. We got to bring him around to this backside here. Use the grill grab, and then you saw that rocket barrel with Diddy, because after lifting this lever, we get these stars that we have to use Diddy Kong to fly through. And that should wrap up everything there is to get into this area. Because now we have somewhat of a long road ahead after we get this. Let's just make the quick switch over to Diddy with just 50 seconds left. Hopefully they give you somewhat enough time to do all this. So just like this. One thing I really like, and I'm glad they made this decision, is that the music doesn't change whenever you're in something, you know, like a rocket barrel or inside the tag barrel. It keeps playing because, you know, I'd say this music right here, it's the best out of everything. It's the best music out of the entire OST. So getting all those stars with the rocket barrel, we open 5 doors, and the next thing we got to do, we must switch back to Chunky, because each of these doors, except for that red one, presumably for Diddy, there is a loose cage here for Chunky Kong to primate punch. So before you start anything, you might as well just go ahead and take care of this. So that's all I got for the Hideout Helm. Just the final area, really climatic. Finally, everything ties in. I still did that. ZB. There we go. So, I'll get to it as soon as we get all these primate punches out the way. I think I got one more I gotta do. It's at the very bottom. But looking at that, there's that banana medal in the back. That's actually how you get the banana medals. You have to go in there and just get it. And I'll go into the banana medals a bit later, because these banana medals are a bit special and kind of jerkish. But anyways, we gotta start things off with DK, I believe. So alright, I think we're going in the order of DK, Chunky, Tiny, Lanky, and Diddy. Might be wrong on that order, but I used to do annotations, but ever since we started the Crystal Caves, I was just the mentality of just mass producing videos. So I just barely spent much time on the last few halves. So we got 2 challenge barrels for each Kong, so we're Rambi. And luckily, you know, the time and everything. This is more than enough time to beat this entire place. I'd say, if you ask me, it takes an average of around 20 minutes if you're really consistent on everything, and you don't screw it too much. But we got some of the harder challenges. Not as annoying, but But these challenges will get you on your toes. So just like this, I got hit one more. Alright, good. That's one down. I believe that's 10 barrels to go. So by knocking down these 2 barrels right here, there's another one. That actually takes down a fifth of the Blast-O-Matic's main power. So by doing that, by taking down all that, that means we'll be able to deactivate the machine and save DK Isles. Now we got this one. I think this one might be the hardest of the two for Donkey Kong, having to time out the barrels. Don't like it. You know, the barrel from the barrel blast challenge. Oh, dude, missed it. All right. Because of the timer, I wouldn't. Just the fact that I screwed up so bad, I'd say restart as soon as you know that you didn't finish a mission. So a good tip there, because even if you do restart these barrels, then they'll keep on taken down. So like say if I restart right now, it'll still be at the right time. So like at 44 minutes, it'll still be there. Even though I restart, so I gotta take one lap around there just to get it. Okay, just like that, we got the first of the 5. This one, I'd say this video might be the longest because there's a lot to cover in the Hideout Helm, and that yellow electric wire's been down. So next up is for Chunky, but first you want to collect this banana medal, and I'd say do it now during the Blast-O-Matic. Because why? Because I'd say this is the only time. This is the only time you can collect those banana medals while you're deactivating the machine. If you try and just leave those banana medals for later, and you come back to it, the next time you come back to that particular spot after you did all that, it'll become transparent, and there's no way for you to collect it. I didn't look into much of this, but the only way I found in collecting these banana medals in the Hideout Helm is to collect them while you're deactivating the Blast-O-Matic. So be sure about that, because these banana medals, they go towards 100%. They go towards 100%, and you want to collect them right here and right now. There is no other way you can collect it. So if you somehow find yourself not collecting them while you're deactivating the machine, well then you're screwed out of the 100%. Trust me, it has happened to me before in my very first run of trying to 100%. So just really frustrating. That was really easy. I got the door on my first try. Or the box on my first try. Because, you know, not all the boxes are going to be in with the Kremling. So, alright. Managed to shave off a lot of time. Someone's outside. Better not get in recording. Alright. Well, now here's the part where I recommended homing ammo, because you can either use your sniper, or you could just do this. Someone's outside. Just right outside. Alright. Doesn't matter. So, taking advantage of the homing ammo, we just simply did that. I think that's the only moment where you're going to really need homing ammo. So getting to the second banana medal, as always, I think I'll just remind every time we get a banana medal. Get it now. Don't even bother trying to get it later, because there is no later. It's now or never. Alright. Kind of weird to have banana medals. I mean, there are no gold bananas to collect in the Hideout Helm, nor is there any colored bananas or any blueprints. So nothing to worry about. Just us, and we gotta try and accomplish all this within record time. So I didn't really keep track. I think, yeah, we're actually going in counterclockwise. So that means Tiny Kong's up. So I went. So I said the right order, right? So I just play the music as always. This part gets really repetitive, but the barrels are no different. The barrels are different. Oops. Little grammar issues. Alright, here comes Tiny's set of barrels. This is actually taking me 10 minutes. Last time it took me just 20. But, this one. This one, this might take the cake on the difficulty department. Besides Donkey Kong's barrel blasting, I think this one's tough. Especially that right there. Yep, okay. Just gotta get through that without having to hit the ground. And get through all the stars. Oof. Suppose I got that my first try. That took me a couple tries to get. But on to the second one. Now, I did say that I was going to try and record everything before Splatoon comes out. Well, guess what? I'm recording this on the same day Splatoon did come out, so I guess now we can just say that, hey, I'm gonna try and get everything done before the end of May 29th. So here we are. And by the time this video is up, it'll be weeks after I actually record it. So this video could go up on June 11th. All right, that's the third power supply for the Blast-O-Matic. I gotta take down the fourth. That's the last one we had that primate punch. Because guess what? For Diddy Kongs, you have to use the rocket barrels to actually get to. And there are a couple stuff. There is a battle crown in this area. I'll be sure to remind myself to get it, because you can only get to that battle crown with Diddy Kong. Alright, getting to the fourth Kong, Lanky Kong. He has no style, he has no grace. This guy is on the ticker. He must deactivate part of the Blast-O-Matic to save DK Isles. Alright, so across this area, they really structured it so that you have to go a little bit longer in the Blast-O-Matic just to get to the next section where you can deactivate it. You know, how did what was it? Why was it structured like this? You know, there's barrels where you complete the barrels and then it deactivates. Really weird. All right, not gonna get into why everything here is here. We gotta go fast. So actually, whoops. Kind of a mistake. I was supposed to go straight. I wasn't supposed to make the left turn there. Oops. That's not how I wanted. That was really messed up. Should have just stayed still. Right. Actually, I should be reading these dialogue even though the timer's running. Hit the hidden switch and then hit the maze. All right, here we go. Just getting that, and then just keep going straight because the button. What am I doing? I didn't take left. I just went straight, like I just said. So here's the switch right there. They barely give you enough time to do this. So checker flag. Obviously, if I haven't said this already, make sure you bought everything from the candy, Lankies. How long should I thinking there's a banana? Because you know the barrels are like that. But make sure you bought everything. You know, including all of Funky's weapon attachments, whatever, and Candy's music, just everything. Here's the next part. Wait, can I just do this? As I always do, you know? I can't. Alright. So these homing ammo is really gonna help you in here. This should be it. One more. Alright. This one right here. Oh no. Can I get this? This is still not happening. I actually got it. Oh, I jinxed myself in a good way. All right. So I'm out of homing ammo. I'd say I would recommend having to farm on the homing ammo in the Hideout Helm lobby to about, I don't know. You can max it out all the way to 200 if you want to, but that takes a lot of time. I only gave myself just 20 shots or homing shots. Alright, so we got 4 down. Last up is Diddy. If I can find... Oh, there's a tag barrel. So this one's a bit special. Instead, we actually have to go to the very top of... Not really the very top, but... Just take this, use the rockets, and there it is. All the way to the top here. Luckily, we don't have to bring Chunky Kong up here to break this. Instead, we rock out. Alright, that was awesome. Now, sadly, that might be the last time we ever use the guitar, so very appropriate that we just stay silent in the moment. Alright, this one we gotta find a Kremling that has this key to taking the switch. So just maybe kill everyone you see if we can. I don't think maybe. I guess not. You can use your guns, okay. That could be really useful to beat this mission, just use your weapons. Wasn't too sure on whether if you could use oranges or not, but assuming that you can use your guns, maybe so. So anyways, get into the final barrel that we need to collect in order to do this. This one shouldn't be any tough. Take the skies and shoot these 4 targets in the air. which are the same targets that you use to lower the pressure water level in the Gloomy Galleon. Would have been nice to have actual targets, you know, the ones that were shooting with Donkey back in that dead tree in the creepy castle. That would have been a lot more appropriate than just these. But hey, whatevers. Maybe they have it like that because the fact that, you know, the up arrow that raises this little thing up there, that came from the angry hashtag for one banana Kong, or one banana for one Kong in, I believe it was for Chucky Kong. I just really screwed up that sentence, but alright, so the music is sadly gone because we deactivated the Blast-O-Matic. Timer is off, we saved DK Owls. Now, there's one thing left we gotta do, which is collecting that banana medal, getting that battle crown, and, you know, confronting K-Rool himself. Because we can't just let him get away with just trying to blow up our island. No, we gotta make him pay. Anyways, for that last battle crown, we have to use City and fly all the way to the top of it. And there it is right there. Really sneaky. Alright, here we go. No animations, okay. So here we go. Shockwave Showdown. This one is the longest and has some of the more brutal enemies, having 2 cast plats this time. So my main strategy, you don't have to use crystal coconuts to knock him down, because actually in this they don't give you the infinite crystal coconuts that Hideout Helm's been giving you. Instead, you still use up your actual number of crystal coconuts. So there's that. So instead, just do your running attack on them while you're taking down the Kremling, just like that. It really stalls out for a lot of time. So that's my tip. Skipping ahead for 1 minute. God, jump in the air. Oh, okay, that works. I wanted to do the long jump, or the big jump on the ground, but I was just moving so much and I just did the long jump. But alright, I'm fine with that. I don't care how I got that battle crown. Ugh. Okay, so that was just ridiculous. But anyways, as much as I want to just have DK just to take care of this, instead I want to have Tiny Kong out for when we confront K-Rool, or supposedly we confront him. Or just assuming from the store. I mean, where else would the store lead to? You know, aside from the fact that Hideout Helm, you gotta figure out ways to make levels, but you also recycle stuff. So here's all the stuff that you see from the opening cutscenes and all the other cutscenes in between the different worlds stuff. So if I didn't mention it, make sure you collect a couple of those battle crowns. You only need about a couple, so that's all there is to it. I knew we weren't going to be fighting King K-Rool in his own room. I mean, that room would be just too small, and it wouldn't even fit for the situation. So here it is, King K-Rool's room. You know, where all the cutscenes take place. And I hear Banana Fairies in the back. There they are. There's that one room. Everything, all the stuff, it's just the game over screen. It all takes place here. And there's a mug for each of them. So here's the reason why we got the Nintendo and Rareware Coins. With that, it opens up this room, and the 2 Banana Fairies. This one might be a bit weird because one of them you can't take a picture of, but the other you can. And luckily, you can nab both these guys in one go just by taking a picture of just one of them. So a bit weird, but come on. If I can find one. Or find the right one where you have to take a picture of. Actually get some space here, because they don't want to give me space. No. Heavens no. Alright, come on. Alright, just like that. Last 2 Banana Fairies, even though that other one was just well out of sight. Alright, we did it. Well done, Tiny. We've rescued all the fairies. Now come back and see her for one special thing. We'll be doing that. Alright, here we go. We got the boss key. Time to get out of this area. But before we go ahead and do that, we got 2 things. We got we got all the Banana Fairies, so we gotta pick the Banana Queen. I think that could be the official name, but and we also gotta drop off the final key for K Lumsy, and just go from there. But first things off, let's go ahead and let's give this place a visit first. I think that this would actually tie up with everything, because you know we gotta get something for collecting all the Banana Fairies aside from just getting the max crystal coconuts, crystal coconuts and orange count maxed out. But all right, here we go. Moment of truth on why we collect all these Banana Fairies. We did it. Restored peace to the Banana Fairy Island, and we get this really nice secret. There's actually 200 bananas in the entire game, but secretly there's a 201st. This one, I believe, was never originally DK's or any of the Kongs' banana, but I believe banana of the Banana Fairies. So how nice of them to just give us the banana. So Tiny Kong will have the honor of being the only Kong to have 6 gold bananas in one area. No, there's that. And now we must go over to K Lumsy and redeem the last boss key. At long last, we've gotten 7 keys, but here comes the 8th, the final one. Now we get to, who knows? We got him free. So I wonder what he's gonna be. Maybe we'll be able to play as him. Just fingers crossed. Wait, no. That's what I assumed that would happen if you did, but no, maybe it's not. Well, that really worked out. Not exactly sure if that was supposed to be K. Rool's getaway vehicle. It's all that. And the fact that in that cutscene there are some things that were incorrect. Such as that one giant rock that's no longer there. It was in there, the cutscene. So anyways, the K. Rool's ship, it crashed in the back of the Isles, and now it's updated to now all this is here. And there's a little hole right here, but inside is actually the final boss of Donkey Kong 64. So, in the next part, to next time for part 50, as we're going to be entering this, also, you know, finale part 2, as we're going to be entering this hall, and maybe we'll square off against K. Rool and just have him buzz off, never to be disturbing the DK Owls. So, till then, see you guys later.